Yo, what's up? Welcome to War Council right here on the Champ Chat Podcast YouTube channel. We are going to be breaking down UFC 308 with Jamahal Hill, and we got a guest in the building. Jamahal, what's good?
What's going on, brother? How you doing? What's going on, Sweet Dreams Nation? We got a loaded card. We here to break it down. Here with me, my brother Nazim Salikov. I said that right. You know what I mean? Y'all know how I be messing up names and whatnot. But yeah, bro. What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Good to be here, bro. It's good to be here. We're going to chop it up.
Hell
it's
yeah.
a sick card we got. This Abu Dhabi, right?
Yes,
Abu
sir.
Dhabi card, yeah. I'm excited for this one. It's going to be a sick one.
Yeah, bro. It's a solid card. So for this one, for the most part, it's a good card, top to bottom. We're going to talk about a few of the prelims. Shout out a couple guys. Then we're going to kind of stick to the main card because the main card is really where the real juice and the prime meat is at. So that's where we gonna stick to it. As y'all noticed in this episode, we are missing the lovely Adair. She's away on business. So we have my brother, the great Quan, 5'9", stepping in for us. And
I don't look as good, Jamahal.
You don't.
I think they might be a little mad about my
hell no, you don't.
Yeah.
Hell no, you don't. Yeah, but y'all, as y'all can see, y'all see the drip. Y'all know we on a roll. Just took out one of the only remaining undefeated teams left in the league. You know, I had to rock my boy Aiden Hutchinson. Get well soon. Terrible injury. Hate to see it. You know, something that I know very, very, very well. Top of you being at the height of your career and suffering through an injury, but. Man, if anybody can do it, that kid's tough. He's made of bricks, and his mind is solid and bulletproof. I'm pulling for you, bro. You already know. If you need anything, hit me up and let me know. And it's always love. Always gotta represent.
All right, so let's get into the prelims. Which fight did you want to get in first? Barnett?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go with
Chris Barnett and Kennedy. I'm gonna let you pronounce that one.
Kennedy Injiku.
Yep.
I got that one. Look,
I would never in a million years get that.
Look, I'm on a roll right now. That's 2 for 2. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to give me my props on this. So, yeah. So, you know, give me incentive to keep getting it right.
You think Russian last names are hard to pronounce? What the hell am I looking at right now?
You just got to sound it out.
Injiku.
You just got to sound it out and put the letters together. Injiku. It's right there. You can see it. It's fine. You can see it.
I'm excited for Chris Barnett's return.
Me too. 100%. Shout out to Chris Barnett coming back from an Achilles injury. You know, he sent me a lot of love whenever I was out with mine. We both were dealing with the same thing. We've had some conversations, and I've been waiting for him to come back. Man, excited to see him come back. Want to see what that looks like. You know, having dealt with an Achilles injury, I know that it's not an easy one to deal with. Especially from a fighter that relies a lot on athletic and explosiveness, as he does, being a smaller heavyweight, going up against a guy like Kennedy's and Injiku, who's coming up from 205, but he was a big 205. I believe he's like 6'5", 6'6",
6'4" he's listed at. But yeah, maybe I think he's a little tall. He looks a little tall.
About 6'5", 6'6". He's got about 83-inch reach. Just big dude, and man, not the test that I would have wanted to see as far as the physical size for him to have to explode a lot to be able to get to him, but that's what it is.
I think at 5'8", Barnett is an uncomfortable matchup for him though.
Yeah,
he's like Barnett has to deal with all that height and reach, but I think Barnett's used to that being a 5'8" heavyweight. He's built a career around that, whereas Kennedy, I'm not going to say last name, I'm just going to call him Kennedy. Kennedy is going to be dealing with a lot of problems in 5'8", Chris Barnett exploding and doing fancy things in the cage and all that. So I'm going to pull with Barnett on this one, like a slight edge. I've seen Kennedy fight also. I think he's really good. I think he's a good test for Barnett. And
we're going to get into the picks a little bit later.
Oh, my bad,
bro.
I jumped right into it, bro. My bad.
We just want unbiased. We just going to give our unbiased opinions on the fights right now. Right? And, yeah, I feel you. So, yeah, my unbiased opinion is I don't like the physical mismatch. Yes, there are some big heavyweights, but they don't move. There's a certain way, a certain movement, right, to them. And then the 43-inch long. That's a long ass reach. There's not a lot of heavyweights with that reach, with the reach like that. You have to get up into like John Jones area. John Jones, I believe, has the longest reach in UFC history, and this is only maybe an inch longer than that. So, like I said, I don't like it, but I do see ways within the fight where Chris can get the job done. Chris is faster. I believe he's the more explosive of the two. So I believe those are two things that can very much play into his favor. Plus him being short and being at that, his grappling then becomes a huge factor because Kennedy's hand speed isn't quite all that long, and he gets kind of lulled into standing straight up, right? Some of his spots, especially when his punches, when he gets caught up in the combination, he'll kind of creep up and then start tending to stand straight up in there. For Chris, I think he should hands up, try to catch the punches, you know what I mean? Catch and then counter. I believe he should be more of a looking to counter in this fight. Because Kennedy, whenever he does open up combos, his hands aren't that fast. He has timing and in his position and in his stance and where he is, he can't be hit in the middle of those combos. So I believe he should neutralize the initial strike and then counter with combos. You work the body because the body's going to be right there. It's going to be easily and regularly available to you. And somebody like Kennedy, who's doesn't really have head movement, kind of leans back, is used to people going for his head. You work his body. I believe that'll be a factor to him. That. And then blend in the takedowns if he starts to pepper too much, maybe unload a big shot to get him lean back, get his head up, get him stand straight up, and get up under.
I like that. I like that for sure. And I think that's a no-brainer to start chopping from the legs and the body and work your way up. Yeah. The worst thing Barnett could do in this matchup is go headhunting from the bell. Yeah. So I think he's experienced enough and think he's good enough to know that. So let's see. It's an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, 100%. But all right, Kennedy, but Kennedy, just be long, bro. Just be long. Use that range. Stab him. Stab out the jab. He's gonna have to use a little bit faster footwork to kind of keep switching that distance and changing that range because Chris is faster and Chris will counter and
Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda, man.
That's what he reminds me of.
Kung Fu Panda, that wheel kick come out of nowhere, flip-de-do, a little flip-de-do, flip-de-bow. The next thing you know, you're on the ground getting punched out.
Seeing stars.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, for 100%, I think Kennedy should use his range, utilize maybe a teep kick to the body from a distance to kind of soften up the body, kind of maybe slow him down, hurt him a little bit. Long jabs, good from distance jabs though. The kind that control distance, not just a jab to kind of just knock his head back. A jab that controls the distance and kind of puts you at a good range to where you can unload those combos in positions where you can unload those combos from a safe distance where you can see that explosion coming at you because that's his biggest threat right now is the explosiveness of Chris Barnett. So I believe, controlling that range and that distance.
And stay disciplined with that jab because you're not always landing it or it's not always there or you can't catch him the first few times. I think staying disciplined with the jab would be a big key for Kennedy.
100%.
Agreed.
100%. So we see that one.
We're doing the Abus fight?
All right, next one.
Yeah.
Abus Magomedov and Bruno Ferreira.
Magomedov versus Ferreira.
Jamal's
I gotta give a shout out to Farid. My bad. Farid Basharat. Y'all know I love the Basharat brothers. Those are my guys. Those dudes are animals, man. Absolute beasts. I believe he's gonna do his thing. I don't really know the guy he's going up against all that much, but he looks like the biggest favorite on the card, which makes sense. All right, so Abus versus Bruno. How you see this one, brother?
I think it's gonna come down to if Abus can pace himself, because skillfully Abus is right up there in the mix with like top 5, top 10. I would go as far as saying top 5, top 10.
That's why he got a shot,
right?
Strickland.
But Ferreira, I think timing. We mentioned this a little bit earlier off air. Timing, youth, the right matchups at the right time have a lot to do with it. So I think Ferreira, being as dangerous as he is, would be the slight favorite in this matchup. And again, if Abus can pace himself, use those teep kicks, keep him back, because I believe Ferreira is a shorter guy in the weight class. Yeah, he's 5'8". So he's going to be dealing with a reach disadvantage, a height disadvantage. But he is dangerous. He's young. He's hungry. He's on the come up. So that's always a factor. I would give him the slight edge because we've seen Abus fatigue in almost every fight. So unless he fixed that in this fight in particular, kind of looking at the same thing, like a dominant first round, maybe even using some of the wrestling, using that range, using those teep kicks, and maybe fading in the later rounds. And then we'll see what Ferreira can put together in rounds 2 and 3 for this fight. So I think this either goes a distance or Ferreira finishes him. But I think he's tough enough of a cookie to last Abus's first round onslaught.
Yeah. I like it. I think it does play out in the feet. I think Abus would do well to kind of mix in some grappling. But one thing about Brazil, especially the young explosive guys, bro, they getting upset. You make the wrong entry, wrong thing, try to get a little too desperate, try to do too much. You know, their athletic ability can cause you to either reach, extend certain things. You get caught with a guillotine, things like that. I believe that's a danger, and I believe that could play a factor into this fight playing out on the feet. And like you said, yeah, Abus has the physical stature over Bruno. So yeah, I believe he should use those long ranges, but for Bruno, unlike Chris Barnett, who I think should actually kind of wait for Kennedy to kind of come in and make the mistake and capitalize off his mistakes, I think Bruno has to push him back. Bruno has to push Alba's back and put him up against the cage for to land those powerful combinations and those power shots that he wants to do. I don't think he should look to exchange with him in the middle. Obviously, you know, you kind of work and get in your range, try to find your shots and find your strikes as you see him. But I think his strikes, and he should like more so use like a jab, leg kicks, things like powerful leg kicks and a powerful jab to more so back him up and corner him into the cage to let his more powerful shots go and let him go in combinations.
Yeah, you mentioned something important there. I think Ferreira has to make him fight and make him fight early.
Yeah.
If he does believe that he has the gas tank advantage, I think he should make Abus fight early, turn it into a scrap as early as possible, and then start chipping away, start taking the fight over. That's how I see. If Ferreira is winning this fight, that's how I see his path to victory. It would be make him fight early, get him tired, tire him out, make him fight, and start chipping away, start taking over, and using your hands, using those bombs.
Yeah, and the only way I see him doing that is if he's controlling the range and he's controlling the cage and the octagon, which I believe he could be. He's at a disadvantage of that because of the height and the length of Abus. He can the jab, but I think the teep kick. I think the teep kick is money.
For Abus?
Yeah. I think the teep kick will be money because that usually, I mean, especially a big dude that likes to want to just throw those big power shots. I think that'll be something that can kind of keep him keep him back, kind of keep him out of that danger of that explosive power, but still landing an effective shot as well as the straight two to the body. You know, especially if you get him worried about a takedown. You know, here and there, you can switch it up. Aim low, hit him with some straights to the body. But I think the straight shots down the middle. I think you just stick to the straight shots down the middle and kind of beat up on him and trying to kind of wear him down and find your shots and things from there. Yeah.
Yeah, beat him down the middle as he's looping with those big hooks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Agreed. Who's next?
All right, did you want to skip to Jeff Neal and Rafael Dos Anjos?
I hate this fight for RDA. RDA is a dog.
Yeah.
He's going to fight. He's going to scrap. He's going to make it into a scrap. But Jeff Neal has been the dark horse of the division.
Yeah.
He's been a dangerous fight for everybody, including the likes of Shafkat. And pretty much everybody he's fought, he's been a dangerous fight for them. He took his L's throughout his fights, but he always remains a tough fight and a good fighter for anybody in the weight class.
100%. I agree. Yeah, Jeff Neal is a dog. one of the slicker and more craftier southpaws with the hands. not easy to take down, and he's picked up on this pressure a little bit more. He's fought a little bit taller guys. But I'll go back to the Vicente Luque fight. The Vicente Luque fight, the pressure that he kind of kept on there and kind of kept that distance to where he was able to kind of reach out and touch him and just kind of waited for Vicente to make mistakes and then kind of pieced him up from there. It's kind of similar to how I see this fight. I think RDA is gonna come in and try to grapple him.
But this is what I'm saying about Neal. He's very hard to grapple and take down. Defensively, he is sound. He's as good as they come.
And Rafael isn't really a chain wrestler. Come in, hit your legs, chain a takedown together and get you down like that. He more so wants to tie you up, put you up against the cage, and kind of work from there a little bit more Greco-Roman style. And I don't think that works against Jeff Neal. I think Jeff Neal is really good in the pocket, really good rolling, really good pummeling.
And this is Southpaw v. Southpaw, so that left hand for GF Neal is going to be right there. Right, he's maybe RDA will come out trying to wrestle, but I think he's going to line that left hand up. He's going to at least hurt RDA, which is why I'm not excited to see this as much because
RDA is a little bit more of a square southpaw too, so his stance is a little bit more shoulders forward. Jeff kind of has his back, so he's a little bit more. He's faster. He's got
a bigger guy being faster is a nightmare,
Yeah, for a guy he is bigger. He's the bigger guy. He's faster. I believe he's got the better footwork, and he's got the more crisp boxing, more crisp striking. Yeah, for RDA, I think he's got to get him down. He's got to get him to the ground. He's got to get on him, wear on him, kind of beat on him, and get to his back.
Be relentless with the grappling. Even if he's denied 3, 4, 5 takedowns, you got to keep it coming.
I don't know if he's got the gas tank for that though. Jeff Neal has shown that he has a pretty good gas tank. Even if you try to press a grappling attack, he can still.
And that's the thing about Neal. He's a bad matchup for everybody in terms of he has a good gas tank, good defensive wrestling, heavy-handed southpaw.
Yeah,
that's a nightmare for anybody, I think. So. Let's see, man. If RDA can use that wrestling grappling, might see it in his favor. But Geoff keeps it standing.
Other than that, I think
looking good.
Yeah, I think Jeff should walk him down.
Yeah,
just walk him down. Be comfortable, be confident in your takedown defense, and put your shots together and just kind of piece him up. Use feints to draw. You know what I mean, and draw the strikes out of there. Because even though RDA is nice, he does get sloppy and untechnical and leave openings in certain ways when you get him to pull out a few punches. His feet don't exactly come with his hands as they should.
Geoff is listed at 5'9". That can't be accurate. You got to be like 5'11". You got to be like 5'11", 6 feet.
5'10". That's about right.
Bro, you're just like 6'4". You think everybody's 5'9".
No, that's about right. Jeff about 5'11". Yeah, he's about 5'11". Yeah, that's about how tall Jeff is. Jeff is he's not a super short dude, bro. Yeah, that's how I see that one. Shout out to the comment. I don't really know these guys. I know the Ebo, he's I seen this fight where he fought the Swedish dude, right?
I think he was Swedish, yeah.
Yeah, heavy-handed, kind of just really wing shots with his hands low. Should probably, you know what I mean? Should probably work on that, but yeah, I don't really know the dude he's fighting, so shout out to them. We on to the main card. Quan, bring us in.
All right, main card. Man, these names are crazy. Shara Magomedov.
Sharaputin Magomedov.
Yeah. Say it again.
You got a mountain boy on the podcast.
I know that is making me a little more nervous.
We can't do the pronunciations for y'all eyes.
Sharaputin Magomedov.
Sharaputin Magomedov.
Yeah.
Versus Armen Petrosyan.
Petrosyan. All right.
Good stand-up fight.
Good stand-up fight.
We're going to see some good kickboxing.
Yeah.
I think Sharaputin is so relentless with his leg kicks. He's so consistent. I think that's going to give Armen trouble. I think we're going to see somewhat competitive exchanges, but I think Sharaputin overall just gets his way. He's been looking real good. They've been giving him fun matchups, so I think this one is his for the taking. Only way I really see him losing is if he gets caught. Can Arman do that? Not really sure. I don't think so. So, yeah, this should be a good night for Magomedov.
Yeah, I see it the same way. Just whenever I see Magomedov just move, his movement is just crisper, it's faster, it's more athletic. Petrosyan is a little bit more stiff, a little bit more square. He does have good timing. He does have
Is he southpaw?
Good shot. I believe he's orthodox.
Ortho.
He might be a southpaw. I'm not 1,000% sure on that, but Arman Petrosyan. My bad. Yeah, Arman. He has good kicks. His kicks are also good himself. He has powerful kicks. Low. He kicks with both legs. He's got good leg kicks. He's got good body kicks, and they are fast. And he can blend them well behind his punches. So I don't think he's outmatched as far as kicking. I think it's the speed and the variation of attacks that I think Magomedov throws back at him. It's definitely a fun fight. It's gonna be a stand-up war. This is 100% gonna be a stand-up war. The one thing, if Arman did want to kind of give himself a little bit, we did see Charlotte Bullet taken down. Right, we seen him taken down by Bruno Silva, who's a striker, not much of a grappler himself, and that was kind of a way that swayed the fight. It kind of slowed down that explosiveness, and he was able to actually land some fairly good shots on there. So, if Arman wanted to, you know what I mean,
mix it up,
yeah,
that would open up the striking. I mean,
that would definitely open up his striking.
He's fighting the better striker if it's just a full kickboxing fight, and this is MMA, so. If you wanted to have success in the stand-up, I would mix it up too.
100%.
I'll mix it up. Open up some shots in the stand-up, and get it going on the feet also. And
he's gone against some grapplers. Like granted, it was defensive grappling, but he kind of held his own in his own right. So I believe that I would hope that he would have some technique there to lean on for if he's getting outgunned in the striking. Because that's just the way I see it. I don't see him being able to keep up with the speed and the variation of attacks. He's just a little too square. His hands aren't the fastest. His kicks are good. If he starts finding a home for a good kick maybe to the body, he starts finding it to the body or to the leg, and he's able to consistently stay on that and control with that, that could be a thing for him. But other than that, I think he's got to mix in some grappling.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, next fight, we got number 12, featherweight.
This is a good one. Man,
Leron Murphy versus number 14, Las Vegas local Dan Ige, 50K. This is going to be a good fight.
This is a good card, man. I was just about to say, this is incredible card, top to bottom. This is going to be an incredible boxing match. Yes. It's going to be power versus volume, and I think Leron got a little bit crisper boxing in terms of combination. He did my boy Edson dirty. Barboza.
Yeah.
I'm a big Barboza fan. He did Barboza dirty. Footwork, pressure boxing was beautiful. But Danny Gage is the same thing. That's why when they clash, there's going to be some fun exchanges.
I think Edson is a lot more kickboxing heavy, so it left him open to punches. One thing that I've seen a lot from Leroy, especially in that fight, I was there. The jab, right? The jab, the way he throws it. It's a way for him to be fast, right? To be fast, get in your face right away. He wants to get in your face right away, and then kind of load up the two. His two is more. It looks like he throws it more like a sucker punch. I'd like to see him shoot it a little bit more clean, to where it's a little bit more faster, rather than him loading up for it. I think that was even though he was catching Barboza in times, because he does have speed, and he does have some power. Dan's boxing in the pocket fighting with his hands is a little bit is better than Barboza's. So for Leroy, I think he needs to stick to those long shots. I think he needs to have the long shots, the long twos from the outside. I believe Dan he has the height and he has the reach.
Does he?
He has the height. He's got 2 inches of height. He's got 2 inches, 2.5 inches.
Leron or Murphy? You said Murphy.
Murphy does.
Yeah, he does.
And the jab is, and I see the jab is best weapon. The jab is what I've seen. From what I've seen, that's what he uses to set up and get to his other shots. So yeah, he should definitely try to keep it back. Dan Ige, for Dan, I think Dan needs to get inside. I think Dan can get inside because one thing that I did see off of his shots is he's not the most responsible bringing the shots back to where they need to be, or he doesn't have much of a shell. His striking is kind of open. It's a little bit more open, more so than it is like tight and in here. And I think Dan can get inside and make him fight inside the pocket a little bit more. He'll be able to find his combinations off of,
and he will
counters.
He will.
100%.
50K is not afraid to take risks. He's always trying to work his way inside. And in the matchups that how you say in this fight, he has to work his way inside. We've seen him do that against guys that also box well and try to fight him on the outside. We've seen him always try to come in and do the thing. So yeah, this is gonna be fun, and I agree with that. Where Murphy's gonna be more jab heavy, trying to keep range. A lot of the matchups have been like that.
Yeah,
a lot of the matchups that's pretty much been the go-to. Nobody's really been the same height and reach and everything. So it's a bunch of short guys fighting taller guys with longer reach. So yeah, it's more of the same here.
Yeah, we also seen Leroy get tired towards the end of that Barbosa fight. He was breathing. He was breathing pretty hard.
This is a 3-rounder though.
That was a 5.
That was a 5-rounder, but this is a 3-rounder.
Yeah, this is a 3-rounder. So yeah, this is a 3-rounder. So that's why I think Dan should be in his face, heavy pace, working and drawing out that jab, and whenever he throws off the jab, counter with combinations, ripping to the body as well. I think him working his body is going to be important for him to open up and start to break him down. And even so, I think you don't have to, not so much as like you know what I mean, maybe a jab, work his way into the body, hit him with a body shot, but stay in good positioning, because off of that body shot, I believe the way he circles out leaves openings for you to continue and follow up that combination. So I believe that'll be there for Dan. For Leroy, I believe he can outside pick his shots, kind of fight him with the jab, kind of start pinpointing him and hitting him with that jab, and follow up your strikes from there after you kind of get him out of position. Get him out of position with the jab. Laron, Mr. Murphy. Just get him out of position, frustrate him, kind of get him in a bad spot, working the jab before you start to open up to other things to protect yourself.
All right, just want to remind everybody, if you're in the chat, we are taking super chats. We are live. I see a lot of people asking if it's live or recorded. It's live. So super chats, $5 and up. They will answer or respond to your comments. Make sure they're respectful. So if you send a super chat with a disrespectful comment, we'll take the money, but won't respond to the chat. But send it. I mean, all the hate mail is welcome. All right, man. This is a big one in the light heavyweight division, Jamal. Number 1 contender, Magomed Ankalaev versus number 5, Alexander Rakic. Big light heavyweight bout right here.
Big implications.
The next title shot right here, I think, after or you and Roundtree, you and
I believe that Magomed is up for the next title shot with a win. At this point, from what I'm hearing, but if Rakic wins, that kind of blurs things. That blurs things a little bit. I don't think Rakic. I don't think they give Rakic a title shot with the win here, unless he just gives it will have to be something really spectacular. I mean, really in the end, people will have to clamor for it. But this is a great fight. It's a really, really good fight. It's a really, really good fight. You got Ankalaev, who's a counter striker. You know, he's a wrestler. He's a wrestler. He's a grappler, but he's not a dominant grappler. He's not a dominant grappler. He's a guy that can get you down. He can do some damage, work some shot. He uses more so to make you work and impose his will to get you tired and things like that. And Rakic more so kind of the same. I believe Rakic is a little bit more explosive. He's more explosive and he's more athletic. And I believe
I think people are sleeping on Rakic. I think
they are. 100%.
I think everybody is confident with Ankalaev, myself included, because Ankalaev is always reliably smart in the way he fights and how he chooses his path to victory.
Don't take big risk.
Yeah, but Rakic is good everywhere, and I actually just for this matchup in particular, the other day we were watching some of Rakic's fights, and that was old Rakic pre-injury. I know that during his injury, he worked his boxing a lot, and he's improved noticeably. And even in the jury fight, he was piecing jury up before jury. So Rakic is a dangerous matchup for Ankalaev. Like, it is not set in stone that Ankalaev is gonna cruise to victory here. Like, this fight is up in the air. I would just lean towards Ankalaev just because of his IQ, his experience, and his ability to not engage in firefights when he doesn't need to. Ankalaev is really good at tagging people up and not being there to get tagged. That's one thing I noticed. He uses his feet. He moves like a lighter guy, like you. You guys move like lighter men in a bigger weight class, and that's what makes Ankalaev so impressive. He's able to move on his feet like maybe a middleweight welterweight. He looks like a middleweight welterweight moving on his feet, but he has that light heavyweight power and that light heavyweight force. So
he has good timing. He has good timings. He has good timing. He has all the strikes. He can land from teep kick to roundhouse to low kick to jab, straight, cross, hook, uppercut. He's got all the punches. Only thing I see is his ability to impose, right? He's not an imposing type of fighter. He doesn't do well from what I've seen and what I've noticed. He doesn't do well coming forward.
Rakic?
Ankalaev. Ankalaev doesn't do well coming forward, right? He's a counter striker. He has strikes. He has a jab, and he has low kick. And he has certain things. He's got a lead check hook, things that. But he throws them in a way just to draw you in. He keeps his feet in good position. Then he throws these to draw you in so he can counter. Right? He's not coming in to set up, bang bang, to come in and boom boom boom. And land on you that way with the entry, to like land a hard entry and then follow up, things like that. That's not his game. His game is to draw you in and make you and to counter you from there. And in this fight, I believe could be a difficult thing to do. The thing is, though, like you said, the patience, the IQ for the patience. Rakic, I'm not saying Rakic doesn't have IQ. He's not as patient. He makes more mistake. He's not as on the details, right? The thing that I can see him doing in this fight that he does have with Rakic has very good kicks, and he has very good explosive takedowns of his own, right? Ankalaev has gone through a good amount of time now where nobody's shot to take him down. Nobody's tried to engage him like that, and as well as being able to mix it up like Rakic can with his hands and his legs. So for me, Rakic needs low kicks, those low inside kicks. I think he needs to throw them well, and he needs to throw them hard. He needs to throw them hard so he don't get countered.
Slow down his legs, you're saying.
Chop him down, chop him down, chop away that low inside kick. I believe that low inside kick, keep him from countering, and then him landing it and being able to come back off of that with combinations. I believe that would be a big thing for him. He does this thing sometimes where he kind of like he'll fill out something, and then he'll just throw a big shot from the outside. I think he should very, very much avoid doing that. Very, very much avoid doing that. The big shots from the outside. I believe he should work his. He should work the kicks. He could keep the range because like I said, Magomedov is not an enter. Keep his counters hot. His counters hot and ready to go. Stay in good position and to counter. But I think he should work that leg.
He's a better counter fighter. Anka's a better counter fighter, and you're right.
100%.
If Rakic comes in hot and he's not in range, Ank will slide back and hit him with big shots.
He counters with combos as well.
Yeah,
not just a big shot all the time. It's what too, like, which is why I made a point to mention the fact that he has all the weapons. You know what I mean? So he has a bag at his disposal. But I believe the kicks for Rakic could be the big factor in this. It's the big factor in this is Rakic's ability ability to kick, and then his ability to honestly take a hit and hit back. Because eventually at some point you kick at somebody enough, they're gonna look to counter, which is why I said the low inside kick is money, because what does a low inside kick do? It takes away your balance. Even for you to check it or move out of the way of it, you have to take away your balance. So that takes away his ability to counter. And I believe from behind that, feints, good feints, a good jab and good entry, we'll get him there. Because if he's able to get in and land, and then Ankalaev actually tries to counter and he's ready, he's in good position, he's ready for that counter, he can in fight there too. But for Ankalaev, just do what he does.
Goddamn.
Man, I believe Ankalaev just do what he does. Try to pull out that counter. Try to pull out that and wait for the counter.
Agreed. I think that's gonna happen though, most likely. Second, third round, I think he's gonna make reads. He's gonna be real patient with Rakic. Rakic is gonna have some interesting moments. He might touch him up too a little bit, but I think Ankalaev will adjust, make reads, and eventually catch him or just outpoint him, outscore him.
And that's the problem. Rakic's ability to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Adjust to whenever something happens, whenever he sees it. Like the jury fight. He was winning that fight. He was piecing jury up. He was doing a good job. Jury found the success when he switched to southpaw. He throw the kick, and then he come down with a 1-2, right? And Rakic didn't find the answer. Never really found the answer to that. The next time he did it, he was able to dip and made him bite, and he caught him with the head kick. Then from there, he caught him with the head kick, the 1-2, and he was just hurt. He was just hurt from there. And then he kind of switched it up to where it was just a jab, and then he just came over with the 2. He was essentially doing the same thing. He was just mixing it up a little bit, and Rakic just never picked up on it. And then ultimately, I believe it led to the end of the fight. So, his ability to be able to on point and make those adjustments and understand what he's saying. All right, when this is working, get to that and continue to get to that. That's going to be a big thing for Rakic.
All right, next fights. These next, they're all crazy. This whole main card is wild. But we got number 3 middleweight Robert Whittaker versus number 13 Khamzat Chimaev. What do you guys think about this fight? This is going to be wild.
Did he say that right?
Khamzat. He said a lot of people say Hazmat.
So you pronounce the K?
Khamzat. Yeah, Khamzat.
Oh, I thought I said that.
Khamzat.
But you don't pronounce the K, right?
You said
hey, y'all getting a first class fucking
Khamzat.
lesson in how to say these names right here.
We're going to be speaking Russian good after this.
You know what I'm saying? Show some love, man.
Khamzat
I've been fucking it up for too long.
But you don't pronounce the K, right? So I got that right.
Yeah, it's like in Russian or his language, there is no KH. It would just literally be an X, which would make the sound H.
Okay.
Khamzat.
All right.
Okay.
I'm so excited for
Khamzat
this one.
Chimaev.
I'm such a big Chimaev fan. That's just my boy. And Whittaker is he's a very tough matchup for him. He's a very tough matchup. I'm nervous for this one. But Khamzat seems healthy. If we see prime Khamzat, I know this is a weight class up, but Whittaker is originally a welterweight as well. So these are 2 welterweights that filled up. They're middleweights now. I think Khamzat can have his way in the wrestling. I think Whittaker's, when he's fresh, he's going to be able to stuff a few of those. He's going to be able to touch up Khamzat. And if Khamzat doesn't panic and he doesn't lose himself, he stays disciplined in his striking, which is hard to imagine because Khamzat's such a wild man. He's either trying to knock your head off in the stand-up or trying to wrap you up and just dismantle you in the grappling. If we see a mature Khamzat, like we see a little bit of patience in all aspects, in all areas, I think he can and will beat Rob. But again, Rob, unorthodox striking. He has that karate style, that bounce, boom, straight out of nowhere. Something Khamzat never had that look before. No. He's never had that look before. I don't know. I want to see Khamzat win, but this is a bad matchup. This is like, for me, it's up in the air. If obviously, I'm thinking what everybody's thinking. If Khamzat can get his way in the wrestling grappling department, obviously he has a big favor. He's obviously favored for that. I think if Rob can stuff those takedowns and keep it standing and just be himself, it's looking tough for Khamzat because I don't see Khamzat boxing him. I don't see him outboxing Whittaker. On the feet, it's like if Khamzat can catch him, that'll be it. And Whittaker has been hurt before by worser boxers. What I mean by that is Yoel wasn't technically more sound than Rob, but he's caught him and he's dropped him bad. So Khamzat can catch him, but Whittaker's better in the stand-up. Khamzat's better wrestling. If he can find his way, he out-grapples him, out-wrestles him into a decision or maybe even a finish, or vice versa in the stand-up for Rob Whittaker. That's how I see this fight going down. All right, on to the next one.
You said shit. Goddamn, you see it the same way I see it.
Yeah.
Only thing I'd go into detail with a little bit more as to why the striking difference is the way it is, and it's the footwork. It's the footwork. Rob's lateral movement and his in and out movement is too fast. Khamzat's way of entering, even when he does box, is a little bit more hops, so his feet kind of come off the ground a little bit. Rob's feet never leave the ground. His is a slide and a shuffle. Khamzat's a little bit more of a hop. And in that little bit, it makes it really hard for you to catch or cover that distance, right? There are some strikes that Khamzat could throw that I believe would be successful. His boxing I wouldn't feel is completely obsolete. Because whenever Rob does launch in, he kind of does launch in to that jab. He's right there. So if Khamzat's able to kind of duck under, and then get some combinations going from there, maybe take the slip the jab, rip to the body. I believe that's there. And then follow and finish up to the head with combinations. I believe that type of boxing. I'm not saying if that's in his bag or not, but that type of boxing I believe would be effective against Rob. Just because of even though he does shuffle, he does tend to lunge whenever he wants to come at you. Whenever he wants to come at people, he does tend to lunge rather than just kind of work his feet like
Rob,
chop. Yeah. He does tend to lunge rather than work his feet.
But that's the thing. Like Khamzat is not that guy that's gonna slide back and counter. He does not pose that threat on the feet. He poses the threats he has on the feet is when he's pressing forward, putting you against the cage, and similar to the way he knocked out that jiu-jitsu guy, Gerald.
Yeah.
A while back too, nonetheless. But anyways, like that's where Khamzat's gonna have his most successful moments on the feet is when he's coming forward and he's heavy pressure. That's what he relies on entirely. But so I don't see Khamzat like sliding back, catching an off-balance Rob Whittaker.
I'm not saying that he slides back. I'm saying shell. Like I'm talking like shell, right? So if you look at even the Gilbert Burns fight, whenever Gilbert Burns was hitting Khamzat, what was Khamzat's motion? Khamzat's motion was here, right? Like I said, Rob lunges in, right? So if he ducks under and that punch flips up here, he's right there. Boom, boom, boom. And he just throws from there. I believe Khamzat does have that ability to you know what I mean, to throw from where he is. I'm not saying slide back. I'm talking like, okay, bang, I get hit, bang, I'm gonna throw back now. You know what I mean? And
he has to put the temper and the emotions to the side completely.
100%.
He's gonna get touched up early, and he has to not react to that. He has to stay cool, keep his head,
take in data.
Take
in data and figure out where is he at, where is he touching from, where is he moving to? Because I believe that one thing about Rob, whenever he does come in and he does land, is where's his hands at? Here, you know what I mean? He throws from out. So if Khamzat is there in that first initial shot, bang, I catch that first initial shot, and he's able to fire from there, bro. And Khamzat has the power and the sit down and the twerk to be able to drop. You know what I mean? To be able to drop and hurt Rob in that regard. So he does. If he tries to play the slick and flow game with him, no. But if he just is a brute, I believe he should just walk him down. He should just walk Rob down. You know, little slight feints, high guard. I believe his attack should be more of a Robidoux effect, more of a Robidoux one. Get in close and trying to kind of beat him up more so than try to avoid and slip.
In the process of that, though, that's what I mean. That is his way of fighting. It's just heavy, crazy forward pressure, and that's what I mean. In that process, he's gonna get touched up with counter shots. I hope, dude. I would hate to see this image because this is possible. He times Khamzat's takedown. He frustrates him on the feet. Khamzat is getting touched up, coming forward, and then he shoots the takedown. He times the knee.
I can see that too.
Just know, I hope everybody knows that if Khamzat is on his back looking at the stars in Abu Dhabi, just know Nazim is so sad for the rest of the night.
No.
I'm so sad. I'm going to be so sad if that happens.
Yeah.
But inshallah, Khamzat got this. Let's go, brother. Let's go.
Yeah, bro.
You got this, my bro.
I fucks with him, bro. But hey, this is a matchup that me personally I see as one that people are actually sleeping on and not giving Rob the respect that of how much of danger that he actually could.
I've been seeing so much hate towards Khamzat talking about he can't even beat the cold. How is he gonna beat Rob Whittaker? And that.
Plus 2. And that's people talking shit though. That's people talking shit. We talking about people that's actually putting some money on.
Hold on. Rob is plus how much?
Rob is plus 200.
He's plus 200.
Yeah.
Have we seen Rob get out grappled or out wrestled badly? Do we have any? I just don't remember. I remember he fought Yoel, but Yoel didn't really use his wrestling.
Drake is the first round?
Oh, right.
Drake is the first
and
round?
Kamaru, right? Wait. Who did Rob fight? Like, he didn't fight Kamaru. What am I saying? Who do you fight? Dude, I gotta look this up.
Whoa. The chat saying never. They saying it never fucking happened. They said it never fucking happened.
That's why I'm nervous for Khamzat, bro. That's what I'm saying. I've never seen Rob get out wrestled.
That's what I'm saying. How does he get to his hips, right? So how does he get to him to wrestle him?
I think he will. I think he will, especially after a few attempts. But that's the thing about Khamzat. He really has to dial in, lock in. You be smart, smarter than ever before. And then this is a high caliber opponent he's fighting. Rob Whittaker, former middleweight, right? Middleweight champ.
Yeah.
Former middleweight champion, like 2-time or something like that. 2-3 defenses, a dominant middleweight champion, and he's still in his prime. He's still young. Super tough matchup, man. Super fun fight too.
I think Rob got to stay on the bike, bro. He's got to stay on the bike and piece him up.
He will
keep that kick, keep that jab and that kick ready, right by his head, because I believe Khamzat, if you hit him a couple times and you does get in his face, I believe he can become reactive to that. He's got that dip, that ability to dip just from wrestling instinct, and I believe that head kick could be nasty. Could be nasty. How he slips and he slides it up there. I believe he should definitely do that. Khamzat also, I don't know. Leg kicks. I don't know how well his leg kicks are, but the way Rob stands, that karate stance, to kind of get him to slow down, leg kicks could be a thing as well.
You see, if he goes the leg kick route, here's the thing about Khamzat. He's heavy-footed, right? He's very low in his striking because he likes to box a lot, throw heavy hands, and then shoot into the takedown. He likes to have that takedown ready. So he's very heavy on his feet. I don't see him using the low kick route, because if he does, somebody that's heavy on their feet like that using low kicks, he's going to get countered with straights by a guy like Rob. So I wouldn't, if I was Chimaev's camp, I wouldn't really call for the leg kicks. I see why you say that, to slow down his bike, kind of like in the Ankalaev situation. But I don't see that as the strategy with a guy like Whittaker, who's very karate style, in and out, and he's going to explode into that kicks, straight.
Faster, straightforward. I just think he's got to have maybe a push kick or something. He's got to have something to push him back. He's got to have some way to force Rob into a retreat so he can corner him. And I think he corners him, ties him up, and gets him on the ground that way. Or, like I said, shell up, land a good shot, and try to get to the takedown from there. Other than that, Rob stays on the bike, just flies fly like a
fireworks,
butterfly, flow like a butterfly, swing, sting like a bee.
Anywhere it goes, fireworks. Fireworks, co-main event.
Great fight. Must see TV, 100%, no matter how it goes.
All right, main event, featherweight title bout, Illia Topuria versus Max Holloway. They said they're going to fight in the middle to start. That's what Illia wants.
Max is not doing that.
He's not doing that.
That'd be crazy. Oh, man, this is...
Could you see a fight starting like that? Like in the middle like that?
It's fucking like that.
They just go in the middle and swing to start a fight.
In a
do you think they would?
World Championship fight.
No,
that would be a one-rounder if they do that, though. One of them's going down.
They just went in the middle and started swinging. I think that favors Illia more.
Yeah.
Just because his boxing, I think, is more tight. is tighter, crisper, and he in his combinations have more punches to end the fight. Some of his punches have a lot worse intentions than Max. Max more so throws with volume to build you up to the punch that he wants to crack you with. Illia has bad intentions behind every punch he throws damn near.
So Ilya's boxing is obviously the talk of the town all the time, right? But I think for Max, there's layers in this fight. And what I mean by that is there's the boxing, but I don't think he's going to necessarily go off on his boxing. He's going to download the data with the hands as he's chopping the legs. I think he's seen the success. No, Topuria.
Yeah,
I think he's seen the Volkanovski's success with the calf kick. I think he's going to target Max's calf. I think he's going to start off with calf kick. He's going to be a little more calf kick heavy than usual. He's done that even with Volk. He calf kicked Volk, and Volk is a calf kicker.
We did it with Emmett too.
Yeah.
I went back and watched him. Yeah, he did it with Emmett too.
People overlooked that little aspect.
He fucked Emmett's leg up. That was when he really started to, that's when Emmett was really there for the combinations, and he wasn't able to step in. You know how Emmett throw. He roots into the ground and he throws from his legs. So he took his legs out big time with that.
Topuria will try to take away one of Max's biggest weapons in the fight, which would be his legs. Number one for kicks, number two for footwork. Max in recent fights, in recent years, has been a lot more footwork on his feet, which does wonders for his style. Yeah, because now he's catching knockouts. Now he's more patient. He's not just exchanging in the pocket, which would not play in his favor against Illia. We've seen Arnold Allen, Korean Zombie. Who else did Max fight recently?
Everybody.
He's fought everybody, but he's been eating right hands. And that's what I'm concerned about with Illia Topuria. He's gonna touch Topuria up as well, and he's gonna be ballsy. He's gonna come forward. He's not gonna be scared of Illia, but Illia is gonna look to cut the ring, chop those legs, corner him, put him against the cage, and do what he does to everybody. Mm-hmm. Now another layer, the third layer, is Illia is also a world-class grappler, so he has that route as well. So Max has a lot. He has a handful in this fight.
Yeah.
His best key path to victory, though, Max, footwork and box. Just what he's been doing recently. He's been damn good at it. So
that's what I was going to say.
He did it against the likes of Gaethje, Arnold Allen, against dangerous guys. So that's Max's key to victory. Illia has multiple ways that this fight can go. That right hand, chopping those legs, into the wrestling, into the grappling. I don't know, man. I could see this going for all 5 rounds. But they're both going to be battered. And I think Max is going to be a little more battered because of the calf kicks and all that stuff, too. And then Max has the spinning back kick that he landed in Gaethje's nose. He broke Gaethje's nose. Gaethje, a huge lightweight. So Topuria has to watch out for that, too. Man, this is going to be so good.
Yeah, it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a great fight. So, for me, Illia, I think Illia is going to be looking to make him fight in the pocket. He's going to look to make Max fight in the pocket. Because even in the exchange where you seen with the Korean Zombie or even the Justin Gaethje things, Max got these punches here, and then he kind of rolls up and then he's here. He's able to loop his punches in with a little bit of technique. Illia's all here. All here is tight, technical, and where he's defensive and he can roll, he can catch shots, and then be able to maximize. The counter ability off of those shots. And so I think that's going to be the fight that he wants to get him in the pocket. Also being the way he does and getting in the pocket, that way is going to allow him to also get at the calf kick because Max is so heavy on that lead leg. I believe that's what he should do. I believe Topuria has to control the jab. He has to control the jab hand. He has to control the timing. So he has to have Max working off of his jab, right? So make him either he has to parry it or he's having to slip it or something. He can't let Max's jab be the dictator coming forward, right? Because with that height difference, they have the same reach, but there's like a 4-inch height difference, and even with height, that's still a difference. For Max, I believe Max's thing will be to
Volume.
Get it, volume. You got to get he's got to get his hands in his face. He's got to get his hands in his face. Now, for him to be sitting there, boom, 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 and try to exchange with him here, no, he's gonna have to use his jab to get Illia out of position. He's gonna either have to hit him with a solid jab, hit him double. He's gonna have to double up the jab. One jab, a single jabs in this fight will get him hurt. We'll get him caught. I believe he has to bop. He's gonna have to double up the jab and keep his feet moving and kind of get Illia to shell up, right? Get the jab in his face, get him to kind of shell up, cut the angle, and then unload his combos from there. Or he's gonna have to catch him, snap his head back, work his body, and then work his combinations from there. The reason why I say that is because with his head back, now Illia, you kind of break that posture. You kind of break that posture to where he has all that tightness and that power. His power comes from him being able to stay so tight and close in here because he has the ability to catch punches and roll and slip like that, which is why he's able to stay powerful and throughout all of his strikes and all of his punches, as opposed to somebody that's out here that's kind of more so, you know what I mean, trying to evade, bang, bang, and they have to come in and work their way in to the shots. He's always here. So then it make you miss, bang, bang, bang. And then from there,
I would like to see a more defensive guard from Holloway, meaning actually put those hands up and
I don't think that's the way to go.
He catches and no, I'm saying just generally speaking because he catches. He likes to rely on his chin, catch shots, and come over the top and out volume
like, he likes to let him breathe and miss body drop. But the thing is, though, the opportunity to land after that isn't always going to be that wide. Max is going to have make Illia reach. He needs him to reach. That's why I say keep that jab in his face and keep your feet moving. He's gonna have to continuously move and cut the angle. He's gonna have to continue. A stance switch would do him a lot of good in this one too. Being able to work the jab and just be fast and keep a hand in his face from both stances to kind of maybe force Illia to get frustrated and kind of overextend, and then he's able to catch and open up with his combinations. But if he's not able to make Illia bite, bro, that's gonna be a hard battle to win.
Yeah, man. And again, going back to the timing of things, I think if there's ever a time where we would see Max get clipped and KO'd, it's now. All those significant strikes absorbed, all those fights later, all those wars later, all that damage later. I think if there's ever a time Illia can do it, it's now. And his timing has been like, it's been worked in his favor incredibly. He's beaten Volk right like 3 months after Volk just got knocked out by Islam. Yeah. So like if there's ever a time where Illia can KO Max, it's now. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope you see a nice 5-round masterclass fight. But I don't know, man.
Max got dropped for the first time in his last fight.
Yeah, he was hurt by Dustin, but these are bigger guys. But
those are bigger guys. Illia, but the thing is, though, he is bigger. But Illia's power is in that turnover. How tight he stands, how he shifts his weight, that's gonna knock anybody out, bro. Anybody who throws like that, who knows how to shift their weight and get their weight behind their punches, is a danger to knock anybody out at any time. Yeah, man.
That's why I said I was worried about the right hands for.
But that's also where the grappling comes in, because if he is able to start getting his hands in his face and landing shots and Illia is not able to fight him and stuff, he can go to that wrestling.
Yeah.
He can go to that wrestling. But for the most part, stay on the outside, keep your hands in his face, frustrate him, get him to swing big. You either got to get him to swing big, you got to snap his head back, or you got to get him to shell up, and those are the only way that Max is going to be able to open up. And then for Illia, he's going to have to just get inside and deal with time. That's the thing about the volume, about how many punches Max throws. Some of them are meaningless punches. Some of them are just setup punches. Those setup punches can be countered. They can put you in a bad spot, especially against a guy like Illia. You know, I think that's what he should do, though. Illia should come forward, try to put him in that box, corner him into the cage, or make him or slide in and try to get him into that pocket and work the body to the head like he does, dude. Like he does.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, I think we only have one super chat, so we'll pull that up right now. But it is from Max Crow, $10. The champ is in the World Council. My picks for the dynamic are World by by Jeff Neal, Basharat, and Shar the Bullet.
So happy to guide you guys through these Muslim names.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate you, brother.
But you did get one name wrong.
Who?
Jeff Neal. You called him Geoff.
Yeah.
Because it looks like Geoff.
I probably
no.
wrong too.
What's Kennedy's last name?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm not getting that.
See, but you just skipped that. He didn't even try.
It's Kennedy and Chukwe.
Let me try it. And I forgot how you pronounce it.
Injiku or Inchukwe. It's one of those.
If anyone else has any super chats, hit us up now with them. And don't forget to
Injukwe. I think it's Injukwe.
Nzekchu.
Yeah. It's not bad.
All right. So now it's time to go through. Let's see what the picks looking like. Let's see where we going with the picks. Quan, you want to lead us down this game? We'll stick with the main card.
All right, main card. We'll start with Shara Magomedov against Armin Petrosyan. Did I say it right? Armin Petrosyan.
Oh, we got. Don't forget to explain the rules of the game, Quan. So
I don't know the rules.
We're gonna go through. We get a pick. All right. You get a method. You can pick one fight where you can pick the method, whether knockout, submission, decision. You got one fight where you can pick a round, and then you have one where you can do a switch. You can swap it out for a prelim fight, for that fight to make yourself.
What was that last rule?
So last rule, you can swap one of these. You can swap your pick out. So rather than picking from that fight, you can switch it with a fight from the prelim and implement that.
Oh, to not make a pick.
Yeah, to not make a pick in that one.
Am I not making the pick because I feel it's too close to pick?
That, or you might, or maybe
you don't want to pick it,
or maybe it's an easier pick.
Yeah,
that you might want.
Let's get it.
All right, first fight: Shara versus Armin.
I got Shara by decision.
He already jumping in with the method with two knockout boys.
So how about this? Lead the way. How it's supposed to be.
I got you. So basically, you only get to pick the method on one fight.
Oh,
right. So you only get to pick the method on one fight, and you get to pick the round on one fight. So those are your bonus points, right? In the swap out fight, that's just a swap out fight. But the other two, that's how you get your bonus points. So that way, we're picking from the same fights. If we got the same picks, we don't tie. I'm gonna go with Shower Bullet too. I'm just gonna go with him for the dub.
All right. Next fight. Leron Murphy versus Dan Ige, or like Jamal likes to call him Leroy.
Leron Murphy versus Dan Ige. Man, it's a tough one for me, man. I might have to switch this one out, man. I might have to pull a switch. I'm gonna go with Jeff Neal over RDA. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jeff Neal over RDA.
I'm gonna switch this one with Farid. I got Farid.
Son of a bitch.
You thought that was gonna be a second one, huh?
Damn.
Nah.
There's only you can only pick from the ones we broke down. No, I'm just playing. You can pick from either one, bro. You can
from any card, even ones that we didn't mention.
Either one, even ones we didn't mention.
I know
what
I'm picking. Good. I got a bunch of backup plans right here.
Yeah. Damn, I probably should have went with the basher out. You know what? We gonna let it rock. All right, the next one. Why am I doing your job? Come on, Quan.
Man. I'm not getting paid enough. Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic.
I'm gonna be the advocate. I'm gonna be the man on the other end. Damn. Fuck it. I'm going with Rakic. I'm going with Rakic for an underdog. For the underdog
not a crazy pick.
It's not a crazy pick. It's not a crazy pick.
This one is closer than people think.
I'm gonna go with Rakic.
Who would you rather fight?
I don't care. I'm cool with Rakic. I actually like Rakic. Man, we had a 300 talk, laughs, chopped it up, bro. He's actually a really cool dude. Fuck Magomed.
You against either one of them is a banger.
Yeah, 100%. I believe I'll get around to sleeping both of them, but for now,
let's get it. Sweet dreams.
All right, and title fight. Not title fight yet. Middleweight, Robert Whittaker, Khamzat Chimaev.
I'm going with the broski. Chimaev.
I'm gonna go Rob, man. I'm gonna go with Rob. Knockout, TKO. I'm gonna say Rob gets the finish. It's just my gut, man. It's just my gut. My bad, Nazeeb. I'm sorry, bro.
Hell no.
I see a possible stoppage here.
You see wrong Chimaev by choke.
I think if Khamzat is really like back in his shape, I think he wins this fight.
I think he is.
But we don't.
That's the thing. I don't know.
It's been a long layoff for him.
That's the thing. I don't know.
It's been a long layoff for him.
Is he all right? Is he good? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be honest. The Khamzat that fought Kamaru don't beat this Rob Whittaker.
But that Khamzat was sick. Also, his
this Khamzat is sick.
Yeah, but his immune system took a hit. I think it was
really
COVID, and I think even
what
had
was
surgery.
It this time?
What do you mean?
What was he sick with this time?
The
last fight.
So, what I'm generally speaking, he gets sick this often and this bad because his immune system took a big hit during COVID. And it was to the point, I think they removed something from, I don't want to, I'm not a freaking surgeon.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was. They had to remove something from his body in order for him to even be able to fight again and be back in full health. So like he was going through serious health problems that leaked over into now. Like he literally, when they try to book Rob and him.
This is like
June, right? June.
3 months ago, yeah.
Yeah, literally June or something like that. And yeah, he's dealing with like a compromised immune system. But let's say he's healthy on Saturday, completely. Prime Khamzat Chimaev, he's in his prime. He's like, what, 30, 31? He could do it, man.
But a compromised immune system with a weight cut, how's he come back out?
Again,
that could hit.
He could get sick again because of that. Like your immune system is always compromised when you're cutting weight.
Yeah.
And it's so common to get a cold. In my debut, I got sick as a dog when I was cutting weight. Fight week, I got sick on Tuesday. Thought I was going to pull out. Thursday, I barely get it together. Friday, I make weight. And then Saturday, I finally fight. But I felt that shit. I'll tell you that right now.
See, that's scary right there, man. That's hard to pick. I wouldn't even mess with that fight till after you see what the weight cut looks like.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I gotta go with Rob, bro. Bobby Knuckles been looking, bro. He been looking too nice, bro. And I believe the speed and that footwork disadvantage could be a big thing.
This is the reason why.
Only thing I'm worried about is him grabbing him and getting him the fuck down. That's the only thing. It's one thing I don't like about it is if he gets him down, he grabs him. In bad fucking.
There's a reason why I'm so nervous for my boy because it is that bad of a matchup. Yeah. It is that dangerous of a matchup for him, and it is against a very high caliber opponent. But if he gets past this guy, I think we could even see him with the belt.
Actually, I ain't gonna go by knockout. I'm going with Rob for the win. Let me get Alexander Rakic by decision.
All right, decision.
Even though I want him to knock his ass out.
I don't think he can outpoint Ankalaev. I think Ankalaev plays the point game much better. Are we supposed to debate on this?
You can.
No, we can.
I think that's going to be a really good fight, man. I'm excited about that one.
I'm just going with Rakic for the win. I'm gonna go with but I'm gonna go with Rob. I'm gonna go with Rob by TKO knockout. I gotta get him for the finish.
I got Ankalaev winning because he's that close to fighting for the belt, and I think he's gonna be mentally at a whole different level.
No, he is. He is. He is. He's really hungry right now, and he kind of turned it up. He's been trying to talk a little more.
Yeah.
Been tweeting a little more. This is what this game needs. You know, you got to tweet and shit.
You have to have a personality in the UFC.
Yeah.
Not going to last long.
They're being able to fight good again.
Fuck him. Hey, look, I try. Look, hey, I try to be nice. I'm like, yo, this is bullshit. I feel like Ankalaev should have got the next fight. Nigga told me quick cry. Bitch out. Bitch out. Bitch out. I was trying to help your punk ass out. I told you they didn't like your punk ass. Now you feeling it, cuz. And now Rakic's about to put the paws on you.
Do you think he maybe just misunderstood what you were saying?
100%.
I think that's what it was,
fuck
bro.
that shit. Whoever, if he did understand what I was saying, whoever the fuck you got running your Twitter account, fire him. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. Fuck them and fuck you too. How about that?
All right, last fight, Illia Topuria versus Max Holloway.
My bad, what?
Illia Topuria Holloway.
Yeah.
This is a hard one, man.
It's very hard, but I think because of multiple tools for Topuria, I think he's just going to find a way to be able to, he's going to find a way to win if he doesn't KO him. And I hate to say it actually, because Max is actually one of my favorites. That's honestly my dream fight, low-key. But Max is like, I'm a big Max fan, so still going to have to go with Topuria though. I'm going to go with Topuria on this one. Like, I'm giving him the edge, as I would say it.
He's the champ.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jamal?
Yeah, I think I'm going with Topuria too. Then I'm going to go with Topuria. I think that Max gets hit a lot, and the biggest thing that comes to my mind is the Volk fight. I was there when the last time he fought Volk. Volk was beating him to the punch, so he was catching and boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? He was able to disrupt Max's combos. I mean, he was able to disrupt Max's combos with his own combos and hit him and things like that. And Volk was faster than him at that time. Granted, this was maybe like two years ago. What was that? When was that Volk fought Max at International Fight Week? Right? That was International Fight Week, right?
The trilogy?
The last time they fought was
the last fight of the trilogy.
I actually don't remember. Their first fight was like dating back to 2019.
I'm talking about the last one. The last one where Volk clearly won.
Yeah, that thing that was international fight.
That's what rings in my head is how fast he was able to beat he was able to interrupt Max's combos and beat him to the punch. I believe Illia has that same ability. I believe he has that ability with more powerful strikes. And if it's not going his way yet, take him to the ground. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Illia, and I'm going to go with he wins in round 4.
Well, I thought you said we can only make one pick on the method.
I didn't make a round. It's round.
No, you just picked a round.
Picked a round.
Oh,
I picked the method.
So there's one method and then one round.
You know what I see? I saw what's his name, Guru, mention something funny, but like this is such a common scenario. I see maybe Illia winning by decision, using his wrestling in like rounds 4 and 5 because Max was able to hang in there and put some combos together, and then everybody's like, "Oh, Illia, Max got robbed. Illia was scared. He had to wrestle. He had to do this, that." But I would say decision. I would say Illia decision, but he can catch Max. So, like I said, if there was ever a time we're gonna see Max go to sleep,
he used both of his method picks for decisions.
Yeah,
I guess that's method, and that's round
5.
Yeah,
round 5.
I like it.
And Max in Volk 3 was UFC 276.
That has to be like 2022.
Been a while ago.
That was International Fight Week.
Yeah.
I was there.
You were there, weren't you?
Yeah.
All right, we got anything else?
Nah, man. That's what we got, man. It's a great card. I can't wait to see these fights, dog. Regardless of what happens, it's gonna be some great fights, great action. Honestly, this is the best. This is the best that I can do as far as breaking down. Just because the matchups in these are so they're so close and they're so odd, and they play to so many factors play in to just from how they fight to their physical gifts and certain things like that. It's a hard thing there, but from the most part, it's the best that I can give y'all that I can think of. Bought one of the best guys that I can think of that also breaks down fights, articulates it well, sees the game very well, and things like that. I appreciate you coming through, brother.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you, gentlemen. It was an honor. It was a pleasure.
You got anything coming up?
Man, Sean Shelby, get me a fight. Let's go, man.
Man, Sean Shelby,
back at the title run. Watch,
Sean, get him a goddamn fight. Get him. I'll pop up where you are and annoy the shit out of you.
Don't. I'm not there yet. I'm not there. I will
get
cut.
I'll annoy the shit out of you,
My ass
Sean.
will get cut.
I'll harass you. Get this man a fight. We want to see him fight. All right?
Let's go. It's not a comeback. It's a title run, baby.
You know what I'm
title
saying?
run coming soon. Let's go.
Let's get it in. I'll be back in action. I'll be back in action soon. Contract already signed. They're gonna announce it soon. It's been I dropped a few little
you should
crumbles.
just announce it on your own show.
I done dropped a few crumbles here
Announce
and there.
it now.
Y'all doing a little too much hating, and y'all would have caught it already. It's been dropped a couple times. But y'all already know.
Someone dropped it on the show today, too.
I know what it is. Y'all miss me, huh? Y'all miss me. Don't worry. Sweet Dreams will be back soon. I'm gonna be back with these motherfucking hands, putting them to work. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Appreciate the love. Appreciate everything. Y'all stay safe. Enjoy the fights. Take care of each other. Yourself and each other. Gotta leave them with a good message. Gotta leave them with a good message. Gotta leave them with something sweet because Adair's not here. She will be back though.
She'll be back. Thanks for letting me be on.
Appreciate you.
I almost look as good as her, right?
Fuck no.